play. Tonight, the East comes knocking, and Ben Sheets in the green and gold look to show them who's boss. Game 1, Orioles, A's, coming up next. After a 3-3 road trip, the A's are back home tonight to start a 10-game homestand. Miguel Tejada and the Baltimore Orioles are in town for a 4-game series to get this homestand started. Ben Sheets will take them on for the Athletics. Everybody's wearing number 42 tonight. It's Jackie Robinson Day around Major League Baseball. It's Baltimore Orioles and the Oakland A's coming up on Comcast Sportsnet California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, the A's were hoping that maybe they would get Mark Ellis back, but he's still a couple days away with the hamstring problem. But Alan Rosales has stepped in, and he has been terrific, Ray, defensively and offensively.
You know, it's amazing. Great scouting by the Athletics. They were looking for a middle infielder, kind of a backup, and they did find Adam Rosales, and he has done nothing to disappoint the Athletics. Great defense, got dirty there, helped the A's get an out at third base with Milton Bradley. Final out. How about his first swing as a member of the Athletics? A home run to left field in Anaheim last Sunday, spread it around the bases that same day. A big opposite field base hit, driving in 2. In that one game on Sunday, he drove in a career-high 4 to help the A's win this series against the Angels. So great for Adam Rosales. They can put him in different positions. He can play defense. He can also swing the bat. Doing a great job.
Rosales will be in the lineup for the 5th straight game tonight. So Ben Sheets and David Hernandez is your pitching matchup tonight as we celebrate Jackie Robinson Day here at the ballpark. Well, lineups and first pitch when we come back. A's and the Baltimore Orioles. Ben Sheets will take them on for the Athletics. Well, this league debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Jackie's courage helped pave the way for African Americans, not only in baseball, but also in today's culture. And we would like to welcome our new sponsor, Nation's Hamburgers. When you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nation's. So Jackie Robinson Day, umpires, players, bat boys, managers, coaches, everybody wears number 42 today, all around baseball, in honor of Jackie Robinson. So a very nice gesture by Major League Baseball. 63rd anniversary.
Yeah. And it all started with Ken Griffey Jr. about 3 years ago when he called the commissioner Bud Selig and said, we need to honor Jackie Robinson. Do you mind if I wear number 42? And supposedly Mr. Selig asked around. He said, yeah, it's a good idea. And then he decided, hey, Griff, you mind if everybody else does it too? So Ken Griffey Jr. talked to him last night before the Mariners game, and it was his idea and a great idea. And as Griff said, we're not for Jackie Robinson. We would all not be here.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Baltimore Orioles tonight. Felix P.A. leads off. He will be in left field. Adam Jones in center. Nick Markakis in right. Miguel Tejada is the third baseman. Matt Wieters, the fine young catcher, will hit fifth. Luke Scott is the DH. Ty Wigginton at second. Garrett Atkins at first. And Cesar Izturis is the shortstop. That's the Orioles lineup tonight. Defensively for the A's, Buck, Davis, and Sweeney in the outfield. Kouzmanoff, Pennington, Rosales, and Barton on the infield. Kurt Suzuki is the catcher. Ben Sheets is the pitcher.
Ben Sheets, his third start of the season, third for the Athletics. His last start, 6 innings, 3 earned runs, and no decision against the Angels Saturday night at Angel Stadium. So Ben, as he said, it's time to get a win.
Yep.
Time to pitch, and he pitches well. And the games, the A's have lost 5-3, the home opener, and then in the 9th inning when the Angels scored a run and defeated the A's by a score of 4-3 in the game in Anaheim. So he's pitched well, 5 innings in his first, 6 innings in his second.
There's your umpires. Marty Foster will call balls and strikes. The crew chief is Gary Cedarstrom. He is at first base, and we are underway. First pitch to Felix P.A. is a strike from Ben Sheets. So it's good to be back home. 10-game homestand for the A's. Oakland is the place for this 4-game series. And then the A's will get the Yankees next week and the Indians over the weekend. So a nice stop at home for the Athletics. Kouzmanoff near his own dugout, and he just comes up a bit short. Went into a slide.
Well, it's kind of hard when you come back off a road trip. You're playing Anaheim, Seattle for the A's, and they come back and realize, oops, we're back at the Coliseum. A lot of foul territory. And Kuz, nice slide. Hey, guys, he's your teammate. You can help. Although those cleats coming in, I'm sure, but he is the guy that you can help.
You're allowed.
He's the correct uniform color. But sliding is a little bit different. If it had been going straight on, I'm sure the guys would have been there to stop him and put the sunflower seeds back in the container.
Big curveball, and Felix Pie swings and misses. So Sheets gets a strikeout in the first batter he faces. Let's look at the game time weather tonight, brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free and the boardwalk is open this weekend. 59 degrees on a very nice night at the Coliseum.
I'm talking to Clay Wood, the excellent head groundskeeper for the Athletics, and of course a great crew that he has working. Of course, we were in Anaheim when it was raining and delayed the Giants game, what, about 4.5 hours on Sunday? He said it was like Sunday and Monday, 2 inches of rain ended up on this field.
Adam Jones just fair right over the bag, and Jones is going to have a double.
First pitch fastball just tailed back towards the inside part of the plate. Kirk Suzuki wanted it away, and if the location had been there, maybe it would have been to Kouzmanoff. Instead, just past him into left field corner.
So Jones with a double. It's like an all-star game, huh? Remember everybody used to wear the white shoes?
I was going to say, is Joe Namath, the quarterback, wearing the white shoes? Because I'm looking around, I don't know too many.
Maybe they're in honor of Jackie Robinson. That's a possibility. 0-1 to Nick Markakis.
I think Jackie Robinson and any players that played in those days would love to have had these shoes instead of the heavy, heavy shoes that were worn then. And rest assured, they didn't have a manufacturer coming in and giving a whole bunch of shoes to the guys either.
Probably one pair to hold
one
to the
pair. That's right. No batting gloves, no helmets, but love to play the game.
So the Orioles come to the Coliseum struggling big time. They're 1-8, and they just had a 6-game homestand, and they lost all 6 games.
Well, the amazing thing is to see Nick Markakis, who is a quality player, an all-star player, seeing the 0 in the home run column and 0 in the ribby column.
Yep.
If keep looking, is a typo.
Nick Tremblay, the manager, trying to get things turned around in the early going. They've lost some leads late. The bullpen has struggled. This is the start of a 10-game road trip for Baltimore. They will go to Seattle after this and then on to Boston. So 10-game homestand for the A's, 10-game road trip for the Orioles. Curve slicing away from Rajay Davis, but he's going to track it down.
Adam Jones, center fielder, a very good center fielder, knows how a very good outfielder can rob a player, and he was not hesitant about making sure it fell, and he had a pretty good idea Rajay was going to get to it, and he did. Loves to play the outfield. A nice ovation for that number 42, Miguel Tejada. He wore the number 4 when he was here.
Signed a 1-year contract to go back to the Orioles. And he hits a shot. Kouzmanoff grabs it, and that will do it. Kevin Kouzmanoff, a sensational play, and he saved a run. Check it out.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud,
Whose idea was this? It says that when you buy a Grand Caravan, Dodge will give you 60 days to decide if you want to keep it. It's ridiculous. Look at that thing. Why would you need 60 days? Really, who is that indecisive? The Dodge, you won't need 60 days to decide, but we'll give it to you anyway. Event.
Now get 0% financing plus a $500 cash allowance on the 2010 Dodge Grand Caravan.
Ode to the Subway Premium Big Hot Pastrami Sandwich. Why did we call you that? Because premium oh-so-delicious Big Hot and Tasty piled high pastrami with pickles, spicy mustard, and melted cheese wouldn't fit on the menu. Subway, eat fresh.
Go deep with Dave Benz.
The Dubs have had so many injuries, their MDs might actually be making more money than their players. Mama always said I should have studied to be a doctor. Yeah. Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area.
Rajai Davis steps in to lead it off for the A's. Bottom of the first inning, no score. And I think the rest of the A's lineup in a moment.
I think you were correct in talking in the pregame about Rajai Davis and the importance of him getting on base and kind of being the igniter. His average has dropped down to 227.
Well, you can't argue with the numbers. In the first 5 games of the year, he was 9 for 24. He's went 4-1. But he's 1 for his last 20. Slowly hit. Tejada, bare hand throw, and it's not in time. So Rajai Davis with an infield hit. He'll take it. Rest of the A's lineup looks like this tonight. Davis, Barton, Sweeney, Kouzmanoff, Suzuki, Chavez, Rosales, Buck, and Pennington. Orioles defensively, P.A. Jones, Markakis in the outfield. Tejada is Turas, Wigginton, Atkins infield. Matt Wieters is the catcher. And Sacramento native David Hernandez is the pitcher.
4 quality pitches by this tall right-hander, and fastball, low to mid-90s. But you know, Miguel Tejada's got to be saying, wait a minute, I just smoked a ball in the top half of the inning. Hanging curveball. Guy makes a diving stop, robs me of a double to run batted in. And Rajai Davis just hit 130 feet for a base hit. Topped the ball. Miguel couldn't handle it.
And Rajai Davis is going to get back safely.
How did he do that?
I had him picked off, and so did Dave Tremblay.
Well, Gary Cederstrom is looking right at it, and Rajai must have done some magic. He missed him. He's right.
Yeah.
He did not use the right arm. Watch the left hand. He kept the right arm tucked in and went back with the left. And he boarded the tag because the first baseman, Atkins, he's gone.
Well, he's arguing like he wants to get thrown out. And you know what? He may be doing it.
Yeah.
Looking at the record of the Baltimore Orioles, it's 1-8.
And maybe Gary Cederstrom was saying, you know what, you're going to have to stay the whole game.
Yeah. Gary Cederstrom did not throw him out.
You know, as long as he just talked and didn't use any bad language.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually what gets guys ejected. But, Dave, I think you look at the replay is a pretty good job by Rajai Davis getting the left hand in instead of the right. If he goes back with the right, he's out easily.
Listen, when you're 1-8, you just finished an 0-6 homestand. Your fuse is probably a little short if you're the manager. And like I said, they've lost some games late. Bullpen has given it up, and in fact, that's even more frustrating. I think you got a couple games won.
Again, watch the right hand. He tucks it into his side and uses the left hand. And when Atkins goes down, he tagged him on the chest, but the left hand was already on the back.
1-0 to Barton. Davis not running, and the pitch is a high strike, 1-1.
Matt Wieters does a good job of throwing. Very strong arm. He's a tall catcher, but very impressive last year when he was called up. A lot of hype about the young man, Matt Wieters, and he came up and did not disappoint, and a tremendous future in the catching department for Wieters and the Orioles.
Rolls away from Garrett Atkins.
Rajay's not reading it very well, because that's twice with Hernandez throwing over. Rajay's had a lead, and of course it looks like he's going again. And you know he wants to run.
He's 5 for 5 this year in steal attempts. Not going, and it's 2-1. Derek Barton was 2 for 9 in the series up in Seattle. He walked 3 times in that series. Another high strike.
First start, lost to Toronto to David Hernandez. So by the traveling secretary of the Orioles, probably a 35-40 on hand. Watching not Matt Hernandez, but David Hernandez.
And there's a base hit with Rajay Davis on the move. He's digging around third, and they're going to hold him up. Barton's going to go to second, and the A's have second and third and nobody out. So Rajay Davis gets aboard, opens up the right side. Barton takes advantage of it.
And sometimes it's better not to run just because of that. 2-2 pitch, got an off speed, the change up, and just passed Atkins at first base. So if he's off the bag, maybe he catches it. Rajay thinking maybe I'll score from first on the ball because he was running and he's thinking scoring. But Mike Gallego also knows Nick Markakis has one of the best arms in the American League. A lot of assists for Markakis.
Here's Ryan Sweeney. Fastball for a strike. David Hernandez, 24 years old, the 16th round pick of the Orioles in 2005. Hernandez really won the 5th spot in the rotation in spring training. 2 or 3 young guys vying for the 5th spot, and he pitched the best. He won it. Orioles have some very highly touted young pitchers, a couple of them in the big leagues and a couple more in the minor leagues that are close to getting to the big leagues. Hernandez in the rotation after a good spring. On the ground to Ty Wigginton. That'll get a run home, and Davis scores. The A's take a 1-0 lead.
Very productive out. Check out our keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota. Of course, keep the home win streak alive. They lost the home opener, won 3 straight against the Mariners to start the homestand. Sheep the 1st column. Ben, just give some offense. That's 1 run, trying to get at least another one. Continue to keep the O's down, and you never like to say, well, hey, a team's coming in that's struggling. They're going to be easy. No team in Major League Baseball is easy to beat. You have to play the game and play it the right way and the hard way and hope to come out on top. That guy be playing hard. Always has and always will. Miguel Tejada.
Infield in for the Orioles. It's good to see the A's get at least a run, maybe more here in the 1st inning. Just 2 runs in their last 20 innings. And only 6 runs total in that series in Seattle, where they lost 2 out of 3. The offense just kind of shut down. That's probably Hernandez's best pitch. Yeah. A good slider.
He uses it more against the right-handers than he does the curveball, although the way he kind of wrapped it around behind his head looked more like the curve, but broke like a slider. But there was a good pitch, enough off speed to fool Kuz.
He hangs in there on that breaking pitch. Keep the count 1-2. Barton is at third. Kurt Suzuki is in the on-deck circle. Fastball runs inside. Kouzmanoff fouled it back. It's amazing how one play at first base for Rajay Davis was able to get his hand in, called safe, and the A's get a run and maybe more. Right center should be deep enough. Jones, he's got it. Barton tags. He will come in. Sacrifice fly for Kevin Kouzmanoff, and it's a 2-0 A's lead.
That's a good at bat by Kouzmanoff. A great at bat, really, to foul some tough breaking pitches and just to stay back and just try to hit the ball exactly where he did, center or right field.
42.
No rolling over by staying back the way he did. Kouzmanoff with that loaded position, bat back and stayed back. That's a great swing. I'm sure Adam Roden will have that on video, DVD, something. And Kuz, take a look at this swing.
Yeah.
Adam's pretty good, you know?
He is good. He's great. He's my favorite A's video guy.
Try it. Video coordinator. Exactly.
Suzuki rolls over on that one, hits it foul. So 0-2. Kurt 200 on the year for the average, 1 homer and 4 RBIs.
Great thing about Kurt Suzuki, that average, of course, it is early, but Suzuki knows he's going to get 4 to 5 at bats every game for a lot of games. Just needs to get the swing going.
So Suzuki strikes out, but the A's a couple of runs on a couple of hits. So A's 2, Orioles nothing after 1.
And celebrate.
McDonald's fries. Gotta have them.
Think about how great it feels to climb into a luxurious bed after a busy day. At Mancini Sleep World, we can make it happen for less during our tax-free mattress sale. Start saving today at Mancini Sleep World. You'll sleep better tonight.
Good night.
I really want to show you something.
1, 2, ready, go. L-O-V-E. It's a mystery. All is love. It's
Did you play today? For great play ideas, visit www.smallstep.gov.
I miss that guy with all my heart. We shared classes together, we survived the lectures, and we took the tests, and we told the jokes. But now I must look at the empty desk, with an empty heart, unable to rest. While all the other kids laugh and play, I only remember that one day when my best friend Jeff was taken away. I love you, Jeff.
I went into one of those dollar stores the other day to buy a pencil, and guess how much it cost? $2. I'm no math whiz, but it seems to me the money doesn't go as far as it used to. With Denny's new 2, 4, 6, 8 value menu, you can get 16 different meals for $2, $4, $6, and $8 any time of day.
A's 2, Orioles nothing, top of the second.
How about that young man?
Yeah, it's a cute kid alert right there.
Got the cap, got his gloves on. Keep the hands warm, everything's fine.
Got his Indianapolis Colts gloves on.
Oh, the Sluggies.
Oh, yeah. Sluggy night.
Yes, indeed.
The giveaway tonight.
See the line outside?
Yep, I did when I drove in. It was a sluggy alert. Just cool enough to wear it tonight. Matt Wieters, young man we heard so much about last year. He was called up. Off to a nice start.
Another tall catcher in the league. Yeah. Stays down low and does an excellent job. His throwing is, he is a complete package. There's no doubt.
Switch hitter. He's 6'5", 230 pounds, just 23 years old. And he takes a 3-1 pitch inside, so a leadoff walk.
That's where Ben Sheets has to be a little bit selfish. He gets 2 runs the first inning, and though yesterday or last night, Joe Gonzalez, thanks to Jake Fox, got 2 runs in the second inning. That's all the A's scored. So the A's need to add on, but it's a time when you can say to your offense, 2 runs is all I need, and pitch a shutout. Or at least do his best to try to do that.
Here's Luke Scott, couple of home runs for the Orioles DH. Good power.
He will not get cheated.
No. Slowly hit. Pennington gets the out at second. Throw to first. Not quite in time. Ball was kind of cued off the end of the bat.
Well, importance there for Rosales, and he does a good job. Gets a nice feed from Pennington, but make sure that he makes an accurate throw. Not try to rush it, try to do something impossible. Took the hard slide from Matt Wieters. Of course, Rosales is a pretty big boy. Played second base. It's good size.
Here's Ty Wigginton playing second base tonight. The Orioles regular second baseman, a very good player, Brian Roberts, on the disabled list. Now that's a guy that the Orioles will indeed miss. Wigginton high right field. It's foul. Sweeney's long run and drops just in the first row above the Orioles bullpen. A's last year against the Orioles went 5-1. Saw a note. The last time the Orioles won a game here in Oakland, July 22nd, 2007. That's a long time ago. This one will be playable. Derek Barton, coaching box. He's got it. There's 2 outs here in the second inning.
Well, might as well continue through the second decade.
Yep.
Batting in the 8th position, first baseman, number 42, Garrett.
So it's a total of 6 games in a row that the Orioles have lost here at the Coliseum.
Well, it's hard to sweep a 3-game series. Now you've added one more 4-game series to start this homestand. Good news for the A's, they are at home for a long stand with the Yankees to follow after an off day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then the Indians in town. Manny Acton, their new manager. Yeah, next weekend.
Garrett Atkins lines one to the gap in left center field. Luke Scott is going to head to third, and he will stop there. Atkins will stop at second with the double. So the A's were able to cut that ball off and not let it get to the wall, and that kept Scott from scoring. So second and third.
And once the ball got into the outfield, and as you mentioned, Travis Buck cut it off, got the ball back in, but then just watch it. There's one cutoff man. There's another one. It's floating in, and finally it was the number 42 getting it.
Old number 42. 9th place hitter Cesar Izturis. Well, here's a note for you. The Orioles are struggling to score runs this year. With runners in scoring position and 2 outs, Ray. 1 for 31 this year. 1 for 31. I hope I didn't.
Keep throwing the high strike, Ben.
Do any jinxing things here, but that's unbelievable. And that's the numbers overall with runners in scoring position. Good curve, 1 and 2.
Well, strike zone by Marty Foster tonight. Perhaps helps Ben Sheets because he doesn't have to throw the curveballs down low. You want to keep it down, but he can start a little higher. That one stayed in the strike zone all the way through, but also the high fastball, which Ben likes to feature, is beneficial.
That fastball a little bit down, and it stays 1-2. Ventura's .217 with an RBI to start the season. Rosales ranging to his left. He's got it. Side retired. Orioles strand a pair. Bottom of the second coming up. 2-0 Athletics.
We went around surprising people by swapping their rides with a Ford. And we got a little help from their friends and family.
Oh, wow.
Christine kept the Fusion for a whole week.
What a good surprise. I really thought I was going to miss my Camry. I don't have navigation. I don't have Bluetooth. I love this car.
Did they tell you it was the 2010 Motor Trend Car of the Year?
No, I didn't know that.
Do I have to do all of the work?
Get to the Ford Swap Your Ride sales event and get a Fusion with 0% for 60 months or $2,000 cash back.
Ford, it's the right choice for California.
Hi, Rich Hoffman, CEO of Jackson Rancheria. 25 years ago, Margaret Dalton started a bingo game in a tin shed. Join us all year long as we celebrate our silver anniversary.
So wonderful. I feel safe and comfortable and
I've come up here for 25 years and I've never had a bad time.
I won $2,000 and that is Rancheria style.
So thank you for supporting Margaret's dream of self-reliance. And here's to the next 25 years, Rancheria style.
Here, shrimpy, shrimpy, shrimpy. The search is over. Delicious honey walnut shrimp is here, only at Panda Express.
Man, I think I'm going to need a bigger net.
Orioles, A's, tomorrow at 7 on CSN+.
He's fast. You see it in his play on the field, his base running, and even off the field. He does absolutely everything fast. Fast. That's his motto.
A's with a 2-0 lead, bottom of the second inning. Eric Chavez, Adam Rosales, and Travis Buck to face David Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Chavez 5 for 25 to start the season. Hits when the high and deep to left center. Near the wall is Felix Pa, and it's off the wall. Chavez will have a leadoff double. The pitch was high and up and out of the strike zone, and Eric Chavez, we've seen him hit balls like that before.
I don't think the outfielders can believe they see the pitch from Hernandez, figure he's going to take it. Next thing you know, Chavez with that great extension just reaches out and just kept going to left center. PA goes up, Jones a long way to run, and if PA gets to the wall, he probably catches it, but I think more than anything was shock to see Chavez go as far as he did with a pitch, the location. Great execution by the A's in the first inning. Second and third, Ryan Sweeney with a ground out to second to score a run, and advance another to the third where he scored on a sac fly. See what Adam Rosales can do in this half.
Breaking pitch for a strike to Rosales. 364 the average. 4 hits and 11 at bats. That spins Rosales out of the way. That was right at the helmet.
He leans over a little bit, and it's just the way he sets up. But look at this fastball. I mean, you talk about being able to move quickly. He had to. And his pounding heart just put him right back up on his feet, just pushed him right up off the ground.
He flips one to center, and that's a base hit. Chavez will stop at third. Jones gets it in quickly. So Adam Rosales with a base hit, first and third, and nobody out.
Well, Chavez thought about running, but Adam Jones can cover a lot of ground. So without anybody in the out column, got the slider, did Rosales, and did just punch to the center field. Chavez thought about it. Then with a hard charging Adam Jones, he decided, no, not going to do it. I want to run into a double play, and so he'll take first and third and nobody out.
So the A's had a couple of hits and scored twice in the first inning. They got a couple of hits here in the second. Travis Buck steps in. Foul tip by Buck. Buck is 4 for 23 on the season.
Most important thing for any hitter is to be aggressive, and you start looking up to see the average and take the aggressiveness away instead of just going up, seeing the ball, and letting it go as hard as you can.
0-2. Fastball, and it hit Travis Buck. A's get a break. An 0-2 pitch hits Buck, and the bases are loaded.
Thought I heard something click. I thought might have gone off a catcher's mitt or something, but just grazed his uniform. He turns, and just off the right elbow or the sleeve, and Marty Foster heard it. Travis hesitated.
He wanted a hit. Cliff Pennington to hit. Off-speed pitch drops in first strike. It may have been a changeup. But then again, it was at 86 miles an hour. Pennington, a good swing, fouls it straight back. Chavez a double, Rosales a base hit, Buck hit by a pitch. Pennington lays off Hernandez breaking pitch. He's got a pretty good one. .31 pitches for Hernandez already in the ballgame. Strike three call. That was a sharp breaking. I think that's a curveball or a slider, right?
It's a hard curve, and Cliff started and realized I better try to swing. He did not, and Marty Foster has the low strike as well. As we saw one of them called on Travis Buck. That's a big strikeout.
Top of the order, and Rajai Davis. He lines one, base hit left center field. One run scores. Rosales will stop at third, and it's 3-0 A's. Rajai Davis is 2 for 2.
Well, he was not going to waste any time. Not thinking about the breaking ball, anything but a fastball. It was high. And ball just over the head of his tourist. And again, base runner wanted to make sure the ball went through. See Rosales clap his hand. I think he thought he should have scored because in his angle of watching his tourist, he could tell, or should have been able to tell, that the ball was going to make it into left field, not be able to jump and make the play.
Barton takes low. Chance for a real big inning for the A's here in the second. Barton had a double in the first. He scored. Changeup in for a strike. In the game already, the A's to go with their 3 runs. Just missed inside. 3-1. Hernandez wanted that one.
Well, it's been so impressive though with Derek Barton and his ability to recognize the strike zone. He starts to pull the trigger, does not, and the ball is just off the plate, according to Marty Foster. It's a good take by Derek Barton because that is not a pitch that he could have done much with.
3-1 delivery, and he had a big swing, and he fouls it straight back. So now a full count. 1 out. Rosales at third, Buck at second, and Davis is the runner at first. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. But with a fastball, and he gets Barton swinging.
Derek might have been thinking something other than this fastball because he kind of flailed at it, trying to protect, landing the front foot, and see that type of swing. It's not a pitch that he's looking for, but 3-2. You shouldn't be looking for anything particular anyway. Just see baseball if it's a strike, attack it, or at least make contact.
So 2 outs, and here's Ryan Sweeney. Sweeney had an RBI ground out in the first inning, knocked in the first run of the ball game. Fastball runs inside. 1-1. It was the 5th RBI of the year for Sweeney. Straight up in the outfield for Sweeney, and that one's high. 2-1. 42 pitches for David Hernandez in the ballgame. And now 3-1 again. He went 3-1 to Barton. Came back to get the strikeout, and he's gone 3-1 to Sweeney. Just went right back to the fastball.
And again, a swing that you normally would not see. Bases loaded and 3-1. It's almost like, okay, he's going to throw me a fastball. I'll just expand and I'll let it go. So a couple of hitters, Barton and Sweeney, just kind of feeling for the ball a little bit.
3-2 pitch. Line drive. Jones coming in. He's going to get there, and he makes the catch. Side retired. Sweeney hit it right on the button. But Adam Jones got a good jump, and he made the catch. A run for the A's in the second.
We may live in New York.
Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by the U.S. Census. We're in the home stretch for the 2010 census. It's not too late. Fill out and mail back your census form today. Top of the 3rd inning, the A's with a 3-0 lead over the Orioles. Felix P.A. dribbles one down the first baseline. Sheets picks it up, and he will tag the speedy P.A. And that's the first down.
Now the A's have teamed up with Wells Fargo to support our local schools. Bring your new school supply donation worth $5 or more to tomorrow's game with the Orioles, and you get a 2-for-1 field level ticket voucher. That's a great deal. Wells Fargo and the Oakland A's school supply drive, and every Friday home game this season through August, teaming up to make a difference. And you know why August? Well, school's going to start.
Yes, it does.
I think. It's been so long, I don't know. All I know is a lot of traffic created out our way.
Yeah, that's true. I think it starts a lot sooner than I remember it starting.
I would think that would be the reason that it would go through August, because bring all the school supplies, start school in late August, September.
So you get caught in that Monte Vista High School traffic too, huh?
Green Valley. There's 3 schools right at the intersection.
Adam Jones had a double in the first inning. Youngsters enjoying a night at the ballpark.
Tommy Adza must like cotton candy. It always shows them.
2 outs here in the third.
I have to tell you, talking about his tourists and the statistic about the Orioles lack of production with 2 outs. And talk about, well, I don't want to jinx. Our good friend Monty Moore, got a note from him. And he said, while he was broadcasting all his years, he never sat in the booth and said, or didn't say, guy had a no-hitter. He always say, hey, you guys got a no-hitter, you know. He said, it might be different in the dugout. He said, but any time a broadcaster can say something to control what goes on in the field, we should be doing something else, because that's controlling a lot, which is impossible. But you know, people assume that if you say something and it happens, it's goal.
There are some superstitious people in baseball,
but more on the bench, you know, in a no-hitter, not the broadcast people.
I'm just reading what I'm reading. That's just the way it is. 3-0 A's, bottom of the third coming up.
The Stack Pack is all new ticket package with 22 of the biggest games of the season. Every game against the Giants, Yankees, and Red Sox are included, along with all season ticket holder benefits. For more information, log on to oaklandathletics.com or call 510-638-GO-A's. Go A's.
Good start for the A's. They lead 3-0, bottom of the third inning.
That's great. Ben Sheets got a shutdown inning in top half because the A's had a chance to put a lot more than 1 on the board in the bottom of the second. Bases loaded, nobody out.
As Torres takes care of the pop-up from Kouzmanoff.
Now batting,
David Hernandez
Suzuki
needs an easy inning. He's racked up a lot of pitches in the early going. Very nice bleacher crowd tonight, Ray, as you look out.
Bet they all have sluggies too.
Yep. Fastball for a strike to Suzuki, who struck out swinging in the first.
It's kind of hard for hitters to think about a high strike that Marty Foster's calling tonight. You like to zone down, look for a pitch down in the strike zone, especially fastball, and you start having to elevate. You're actually, pitcher's being helped because the umpire's calling the pitch. In a sense, the umpire's strike zone has changed the eyesight of the hitter. Something the pitchers like to do.
0-2 pitch is driven to center, but Jones, a Gold Glove winner last year, he makes it look easy out there as he trots back and makes the catch. 2 outs here in the third.
Designated hitter, Eric Chavez.
So Eric Chavez will step in. He led off the second inning with a double off the wall in left center field.
You could try it again. Throw a little bit higher.
A little bit. 5th in the all-time runs list in Oakland history. A couple behind your old teammate Sal Bando. Angels game just went final, and it was the Yankees who beat the Angels at Yankee Stadium 6-2. Give you the goods on that game a little bit later on.
Well, the real goods on the game for the Angels bad in a sense. They lost, but also to play 2 day games and on getaway day play a night game. They have to go to Toronto tonight.
Clear Customs.
11 o'clock, closest to that. New York, they'll get it about 3.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss by Chavez. He strikes out. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for David Hernandez. Tejada will lead it off in the 4th. 3-0 Athletics.
The energy drink for your feet. ZigTech. I get more train, less pain.
That was his wake-up call. This is yours. The good news is, you can lower the risk of heart attack or stroke.
Sir.
Ask your healthcare provider how. To learn more, go to diabetesactnow.org.
If you're watching this promo, you're obviously an authentic Bay Area sports fan. So I don't need to tell you how the Giants-Dodgers rivalry is the longest, most bitter feud in pro sports. And I definitely don't need to bring up Steve Finley, Eric Gagne, or 2001.
A's 3, Orioles nothing. 4th inning. Ben Sheets back to work. He's given up just a couple of hits. He's walked 1, struck out 1. As he faces Miguel Tejada, who takes a fastball for a strike. Tejada had a really good year last year with the Houston Astros. He had 199 hits last year, and he led the National League in doubles with 46. He was an all-star for the 6th time. Barton into foul territory. Lots of room. He makes the catch.
Time now for the Home Depot doing more on defense. It was Miguel Tejada hitting a curveball, but watch the play of Kevin Kouzmanoff diving to his right to the foul line and robbing Miguel Tejada of a double and driving in a run. And maybe that was just enough to get the A's buzz. Thanks to that play, they have a 3-0 lead. They could be trailing. But instead, Kuz saved a run, and then the A's have made it 3-0 game.
So Matt Wieters, who walked in the 2nd inning. And Wieters is a switch hitter. He was the 5th overall pick in the 2007 draft. Really just one full year in the minor leagues, 2008, and last year. Got called up by the Orioles, and when they called him up, they had no intention of sending him back down. It was May 29th of last year when he arrived in the big leagues.
Well, it says a lot about his catching abilities if that's all the time he spent in the minor leagues. It's usually a catcher will, even a college player, high school player, probably 4 years, is Max Stassi, the A's choice, and we saw in spring training, just turned 19, high school player, college, at least a couple, 2 or 3 years. You figure just to learn how to call a game because there's so many pitches called by the coach.
Kouzmanoff has it. Goes to first, 2 outs. 6 in a row retired by Ben Sheets.
Now batting, Luke Scott.
And Luke Scott will hit. Scott reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. 25 home runs last year for Scott. This is his 3rd year with the Orioles.
You take somebody who's aggressive, and you go to the plate 500-600 times a season. You're aggressive. You're going to hit 25-30.
Well, especially in that ballpark.
Exactly. And just mistakes.
Hit hard, left field, buck back over his head, and it's off the wall. Scott digging for second, and he'll make it with a 2-out double. Pretty good opposite field power by Luke Scott.
And you're right. At Orioles Park in Camden Yards. Ball carries well. Good dimension, short wall. Sluggies have arrived.
All right. I think BI should model a sluggy for us. Our terrific statistician here in the booth, BI.
He wears those colorful sweaters.
Well, he likes being warm. He likes to wear big, heavy things, even in July and August. That may be the problem. BI may wear the sluggy in August. A day game here, a Sunday afternoon.
We'll have a fan going to try to stay cool.
BI, it's 94 and humid. Why do you have a sluggy on? We love BI. Kouzmanoff makes the play, flips it across, side retired. So a 2-out double by Luke Scott, but no damage for the Orioles.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Carlos from Eureka has a question for Ray. What's the funniest thing you've heard during a meeting at the mound? You got a few of those in your day?
They were all serious, though.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Everyone?
I mean, we talked serious baseball. I mean, when I went to the mound, it was to help my pitcher.
Come on. Once in a while. Break the tension a little bit.
Well, there was a funny incident that happened, and I don't know how quickly I can tell it, but Gaylord Perry was pitching Cleveland, and on an off day, we had a commercial. Of course, Gaylord was accused of throwing an illegal pitch, and umpires could go out and check Gaylord if the manager asked. We go check.
Rosales to the gap in right center, and watch him run. He digs around second, and he will stop at second. And now he's going to go to third. The overthrow, and Rosales is at third with nobody out. A mistake by the Orioles.
But heads-up base running also, and first of all, that's what makes Adam Rosales a good player, a good hitter, is that he takes a 2-0 fastball and doesn't try to pull it, hits it to right center. Stayed back on the ball, the inside-out swing, and then when Adam Jones got the ball back in, just overthrew a few guys. So I think Jones thought Rosales was going to try for 3. And in doing so, just picked up the ball and turned around through it. So it missed 2 guys. Does he get the error? He ate.
Yep. Double and an error. So here's Travis Buck. He'll try to get Buck home. Infield comes in for the Orioles. Well, even though it was an overthrow, you would think that with 2 cutoff people there, one of them should be able to make the play.
And that's usually why you have 2 cutoff people.
Exactly. The second cutoff guy is there if the first throw sails over his head. So Travis Buck fouls out. He cannot get the job.
I thought that ball was in the seats about 10 rows, but forgot we're at the Coliseum.
Meeting at the mound, Ray. Finish your.
But anyway, on an off day, Bill Kunkel, the umpire, Jack Brohammer, second base, and as a catcher, it kind of created. Gaylord's on the mound. The umpire goes out and said, Gaylord, need to check you. And he says to me, what are you going to do tonight? More or less. He's got a Gaylord's department store in Cleveland that he was representing. So I'm going to Gaylord's department store.
Gotcha.
So we did that on a Monday and off day. The Minnesota Twins came in town for a 3-game series. And on Tuesday night, Bill Kunkel was a home plate umpire. Jack Brohammer, a second baseman. Gaylord was pitching and I was catching. Frank Quillisi, the manager, came out about the 4th inning and said, Bill, I want you to check Gaylord. And he said, no, you don't. I said, yeah, I do. So as Kunkel was walking the mound, I was walking with him. I started laughing because I knew exactly as Brohammer came in from second base, walked out the mound, and Kunkel said, Gaylord, I have to check you. And Gaylord said to me, he said, what are you doing, Ray? And I said, I'm going to Gaylord's department. We recreated the whole commercial on the mound. Frank Quillisi standing on home plate, and we're laughing. Everybody's laughing. And he said, wait a minute, this is serious.
It wasn't that funny to him.
It wasn't that funny. But to have that all happen in a commercial, and the very next day, the same thing happened. It was just...
Gaylord's department store?
Yeah, there was a Gaylord's department store in Cleveland. So Gaylord... probably representing, got $150 or something.
Sure.
But I must say, most conversations on the mound when a catcher goes out are serious because you usually go out because there's something going on in the game and you want to make sure that you've either noticed something your pitcher is doing or trying to help him out to get through a tough jam. You know, Kurt Suzuki's always serious. He's thinking about his next at bat. Kurt's also very good about forgetting about his advance when he goes behind the plate and handles the pitching staff.
1-2 to Pennington. Towards second, off Wigington, and a run's going to score, and Pennington will be aboard. The A's get run number 4.
All right, Rosales is going on contact, and maybe because of that, forced everybody to hurry a little bit. Watch Rosales coming down the line. As soon as contact's made, he goes. And Fernandez got a glove on it, but as Wigington charged, he couldn't get a glove on it, or it did, but could only slow it down. Air 4 RBI.
Well, I think Wigington was coming home with it if he fields it clean. So Pennington gets the RBI on the air. His 7th run batted in of the year. So a couple of errors in the inning by the Orioles.
And that's why with 1 out, even the infield in, you have a contact play. Just because of speed of Rosales, and if that comes down the line properly, he's going to get a good jump anyway and force the infielders, in this case, to make a mistake.
Good night for Rajai Davis, 2 for 2, a couple of singles. He's got an RBI and a run score. It's good to see Davis getting hot again after an 0 for 12 series in Seattle. Is fouled upstairs. We mentioned that the Angels lost, and so did the Texas Rangers today. Cleveland beat Texas 3-2. The Mariners have the day off. Rajai Davis swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. So that is strikeout number 5 for Hernandez. 2 outs here in the 4th.
Now Rajai, of course, a 1 out. Cannot run on the ball in the dirt. First base occupied as he takes off. And see, he did that in the second game of the season and made a lot of adjustments towards the end of the homestand last time. And that's called trying to go out and get the baseball versus staying back.
Derek Barton to hit. In that Indians-Rangers game, David Huff, left-hander for the Tribe, complete game, and he got the win. See a lot of complete games this time of year.
You could say that in August and September.
That's true. That's true.
This complete game is a rarity anymore. That's why Roy Halladay, see the number of complete games for him. I think he just hit his 50th in his career. Just, I think his second start for the Phillies. But if he takes the ball, he goes 9 usually.
Derek Barton doubling a run scored in the first, struck out swinging in the second. Popped up foul. In that Yankees-Angels game, Scott Kazmir was the starter for the Angels. He took the loss. He gave up 6 earned runs in 4 innings. Robinson Cano hit a couple of home runs, had 3 RBIs. Matsui hit a home run for the Angels. Good swing there by Barton.
That is interesting. The pranksters were out in full force the opening day for the Yankees at home when Nick Swisher, can you imagine Swish getting his first World Championship ring and he opens up the box and it's a giveaway ring that they had us. And Derek Jeter evidently did it also to Hideki Matsui. Matsui did not open his box that had the ring in.
Pennington goes, and he's going to have a stolen base. The pitch was just a bit low.
See, the quick release by Matt Wieters did not have much of a chance, but still came up very quickly. Pennington got a tremendous jump, and Wieters got all he could do to get it to second. Got it quickly, but no chance.
2-2, runner in scoring position for Barton, and he checks his swing on that pitch. 3-2.
Matsui goes out and gets his ring, and everybody gathers around. He goes back to the dugout, still doesn't know that it's a giveaway ring. But Joe Girardi had the real thing and took it over to him. So even before sellout crowd and as special as receiving a World Championship ring is, the boys still have some fun.
Boys will be boys. Yeah. 3-2 pitch to Barton. He popped it up. Wieters doesn't see it, and the pitcher Hernandez was underneath it, but then at the last minute Garrett Atkins comes down and he makes the catch. Another run for the A's. It's 4-0 after 4. Here's our AT&T trivia question for tonight. Who are the final players to wear the number 42 for both the Orioles and the Athletics? That's a good question.
For the Orioles. Dave Henderson be the last for the A's, or is it somebody since then? No Hindu award.
Well, they started, or they retired Jackie Robinson's number throughout the league in 1997.
So I'll go with Hindu with the A's. But the Orioles?
Jackie Robinson, when he played in that game 63 years ago today, he played first base for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Garrett Atkins swings and misses. I saw Jackie a lot of the highlights him playing second base, but he started out playing first base. He was the Rookie of the Year that year and the MVP in 1949.
And a lot of credit goes to Pee Wee Reese, shortstop for the Brooklyn Dodgers, who befriended Jackie Robinson when I'm sure at that time a lot of people didn't like the fact that the color barrier was being broken, but I think the story that I heard, Pee Wee kind of went over and stood next to him as if to say, guess what, folks, he's here. And he's good enough, he should be here. And baseball has, and I know Torrey Hunter is very involved in RBI, reviving baseball in the inner cities and trying to do a lot to help bring baseball back in some of the inner cities across America.
2-2 to Cesar Izturis.
Rajay on my pregame show on the radio, and very appreciative of what Jackie did. As I said, I would not be here were it not for what he did and many things that he had to go through for all of the African Americans who are now playing.
Payoff pitch to Izturis, and he pops a foul back. Jackie Robinson was a terrific athlete at UCLA. Pitch, line foul. Izturis grounded out to Rosales in the second inning. And another foul ball. You know, Jackie Robinson, when he got to the major leagues in 1947, he was already 28 years old. He really didn't, his playing career in the major leagues really was not that long.
Right.
Another 3-2 to Izturis.
Ben Sheets keeps staring at it. Suzuki keeps spreading his legs, puts the sign down. And
a little flare to left field, and that's going to drop for a hit.
Well, what Zook was telling him, so maybe a two-seamer instead of the pound on the fastball.
Well, these are video from that very first game, April 15th, 1947. What was going through his mind that day? Huh? Wow.
Jackie Robinson, Don Newcomb, had a chance to visit with him, and Maury Wills, some of the great Dodgers of the past, still work for the Dodgers. I'm sure they had some special ceremonies.
Rajay Davis coming in, goes into a slide, and he caught it. Rajay Davis takes a hit away from Felix P.A.
A bit of a late jump for Rajay Davis, but once he did, he turned on the afterburners and caught it about 2 feet off the ground. So great recovery by Rajay, great speed. And more speed does not go into a slump, whether it's on the bases or defensively. I think Rajay feels special wearing that 42, and he's going to play his heart out. Yep. He has tonight.
A curveball in for a strike to Adam Jones. Doubled in the first, grounded out in the third. Coming into this ball game, the Orioles played 9 games and scored a total of 27 runs. That's not enough. Jones, terrific player, all-star last year. Nick Markakis, one of the better young players in baseball, 2 and 3 hitters. Jones with 1 homer, 1 RBI. Markakis, no homers, no RBIs. Fastball outside, 1-2. Runner goes, and Jones rolls it foul. Izturis had a decent jump, but he'll return to first. Last year, pitching was the issue for the Orioles. They had the worst ERA in the major leagues. They tried to do some fixing of the pitching staff, but right now the offense is just not there. Jones, did he go around? Yes, he did. That's a strikeout for Ben Sheets, his 3rd in the ball game. Bottom of the the 5th coming up. A's with a 4-0 lead.
10 plus.
Ryan Sweeney.
All right, let's answer our AT&T trivia question. Who are the final players to wear the number 42 for both the Orioles and the Athletics? Lenny Webster, Buddy Groom. Buddy Groom. Guess we could have got that if we would have had a little time. No, we wouldn't. Yeah, you're right.
Stop. I didn't do that. I figured that was it.
That was a good one. Sweeney to lead it off for the Athletics. 4-0. Sweeney, Kouzmanoff, and Suzuki. Sweeney 0 for 2. He did not get a run in the first with a ground out. Ace with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. David Hernandez has really been in trouble most of the game. He did have a 3-up, 3-down inning in the third. 81 pitches.
Well, at least for Hernandez, considering where his pitch count was earlier and trouble he was in, and for all the passes he left tonight, he's still around to show them he can pitch.
Liner over Tejada's head, and that's going to head down into the corner. PA cuts it off, spins around, and he decides to throw it into the cutoff man, and Ryan Sweeney with the double. Tejada leaked, but it was just over his head.
Well, even on 3-2, Ryan Sweeney last at bat. 3-2 got a fastball lined into center. This time the off-speed pitch, the curveball, and stayed back, went with it, and sliced. Double down the left field line.
Four doubles tonight for the A's. Kouzmanoff takes it inside. RBI for Kouzmanoff with the sacrifice fly, his 5th run batted in this year. Hitting in that cleanup spot, I'm sure he's figuring, hey, hit the cleanup spot all year. I should get close to 100 RBIs. One to Kouzmanoff, who had 88 runs batted in last year for the San Diego Padres. 141 games he did that. Fastball swing and a miss. 2-2.
Well, you can see that the A's have played this the 3rd club. The Mariners twice, but it seems everybody wants to pound him inside of the fastball. And maybe simply because of the positioning of his bat, straight back in the load position.
It's this one to right. It's a long run for Markakis, and he gets there. Markakis has a good arm. The throw to third is just a bit late. Sweeney, nice job of base running, gets to third with 1 out.
A very good job of base running, because I think initially he thought the ball might drop and he wanted to go halfway, then realized Markakis was closing on it. And went back and tagged. Fortunately, that Markakis had to run, catch the ball, and take about 4 strides before he was able to stop. Ryan Sweeney, that is a tough thought as you start running to third and you realize if I tagged initially, I'd have made it easily. But he made it there anyway.
See if Suzuki can get him home. Kurt struck out in the first and hit a fly ball to center field in the third. pitch in the dirt. Kurt looks a little anxious tonight.
Yeah.
Usually don't see that from him.
But young man is strong enough that you have the strength and, of course, the confidence and the quickness of your hands. You don't have to try to go get the ball. And the more you sit back and let it come to you, that is the best approach, especially now with the infield in. Infield in, you just want to try to hit a fly ball. Center field to right field is right-handed hitter. You start jumping at the ball. Those curveballs that you think are strikes a lot of times will end up in the dirt. Rajay last inning struck out on a curveball in the dirt.
This one runs inside. So now a good count for Suzuki. 3-1. Infield is in. Stays high, so a walk to Suzuki, and it'll be Eric Chavez.
Saturday, April the 24th, the A's will host the Cleveland Indians. That's a week from Saturday. Final weekend of this homestand. Game time 105. 15,000 fans will receive a Ryan Sweeney jersey. It's brought to you by Pepsi. Order tickets online now at oaklandathletics.com or call 877-493-BALL. Last year, that would have been number 15.
This year,
it is 21 because Ben Sheets.
Any word of a transaction there or no?
Yeah.
There. Okay. I don't want to know what it was. But
I don't know what it was either. And Ben said, unless Ryan tells you, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, we'll let it stay between them. Big lefty Mark Hendrickson starts to loosen up. Center field, Jones got a great jump, and he makes the catch, and then he dropped it. We'll see what the call is. They're going to call Chavez out. But coming in to score is Sweeney.
Should be a sac fly.
Should be. He dropped the ball on the exchange from glove to ball hand.
And Sweeney was going back and started tagging, so he was coming in. Got to it, and you're exactly right. The transfer. No argument from Bob Garrett. Good play by Adam Jones. And yep. So that last replay for the official score, who was waiting to make the call, but should not be any doubt.
So the A's now lead 5-0.
There you go.
It's now official. Sacrifice fly. Eric Chavez gets his second run batted in this year.
So maybe give an assist to the boys in the truck for running that split box, showing the tag by Chavez and the catch.
Well, they're Emmy Award winners, Ray, so it just comes natural to them. They're just doing what they know how to do.
But I think there are times special scorers need some help.
Yep, no question.
I think Doug Eddings needs some help last night, too, on that ball that we kept showing that. And talked to Kurt Suzuki after the foul tip that was caught by Suzuki for strike 3, which was called bounced. And he said, no, you didn't catch it. And Dale Scott came in from second base and evidently said the same thing. Ball bounced. So they were all wrong.
There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, you know what, I may have missed it. The call's going to stand, but I may have missed it. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Side retired. A's get a run on the sacrifice fly from Eric Chavez. 5-0 after 5.
Man, where are all the shrimp?
I think I see something.
Good, because I'm starving. I could really eat some shrimp. I just love
You be
shrimp.
quiet. It's coming this way.
Here, shrimpy, shrimpy, shrimpy.
That's not a shrimp!
Introducing Honey Walnut Shrimp. Crispy tempura shrimp, wok-tossed in a gourmet honey sauce and topped with glazed walnuts. A delicious new reason to visit Panda Express.
Eddie?
My name is Major Jeff Hall.
I wouldn't go to combat for anybody else. If he said that we were going to storm the gates of hell today, I would say, all right, sir, let's go.
I've seen how deadly combat can be. It was the second tour that I started to feel it grinding down on me. When I came back, I became more and more distant.
I could tell when he walked in the door of the hangar. He wasn't the same man.
They didn't know what to say, what to ask. My anger from work would carry over. Never physical. I just wanted them to go away. I didn't want them to be part of what was going on with me. I wasn't about to go to behavioral health. In my mind, that was the death of my career. It wasn't until Colonel Pinnell noticed, and he helped me find the right program, and it helped us. I don't believe that it will wreck your career like I did in the beginning, and I'm starting to see it at the higher levels of command. They're understanding, wow, we owe these guys a chance to heal. So don't be afraid to come forward if you have trouble.
Game 1, the bounces didn't go the Sharks' way as a late goal put the Avalanche on top. But tomorrow, the tank will be rocking as Thornton and the Sharks look to even it up. Game 2, tomorrow at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet California.
A's with a 5-0 lead over the Orioles. Chilly night at the ballpark. Sluggy night. That couple right there in the middle doesn't have a sluggy. We got to get him one, huh?
James might.
I think the guy should get the young lady a sluggy. It's kind of the way you do things, right? Markakis, Tejada, Wieters, 3, 4, and 5 for the Athletics, or for the Orioles, I should say. Ben Sheets, very good so far, 5 shutout innings. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. A little bit sharper with his command tonight. It's pretty obvious. His first 2 starts, he's not quite there. He was able to work his way out of some jams in his last start down in Anaheim. What was that?
It's Dick Callahan did turn off his mic.
Scared me. Drilled down the left field line, and that is fair, right on the chalk. Markakis will have a leadoff double. Going the other way is Markakis.
I assume that was him. He's the only one who have a microphone over there.
Scared me.
Now batting, Miguel Tejada.
Markakis, a little bit of an off-speed. Ben Sheets has been going with a 2-seamer and the 3-1, 3-2 count. But that one right on the chalk, bounced right back to Travis Buck. But Markakis with good speed with a leadoff double.
Here's Tejada. And Tejada, first pitch swinging. Hits one hard but foul.
Good numbers for Ben Sheets. Pitch count still good.
Tejada goes after a pitch that was low and rolls it foul, so it's 0-2. Tejada was robbed of extra bases in the first. Kouzmanoff dove to his right, grabbed the line drive, and saved a run, and then in the 4th inning, Tejada fouled out to Barton. On deck is the switch hitter Wieters. Suzuki with a nice block. Both bullpens are quiet. Just 75 pitches for Sheets so far, so he's okay pitch count wise. his foot. Five hits for the Orioles, 7 hits for the A's. A couple of errors by Baltimore in the game.
It's good to see Ben Sheets tonight changing speeds, coming off his last start late in the game against the Angels Saturday. And tonight, even some first pitch changeups, not real true changeup. Curveball there, another great block by Kurt Suzuki for the strikeout.
Strikeout number 4 for Sheets in the ball game, and that's the first out. Well, here's tonight's poll question. Make sure you visit the A's page on csncalifornia.com to vote in today's poll. You make the call. Who's your favorite athlete to wear number 42? A couple of Bay Area ties there with Ronnie Lott and Nate Thurmond. Mariano Rivera still wears the 42.
I think it's the way Rivera's pitching. Maybe 10 more years. He just keeps getting better and better.
Got a save tonight, did Mariano Rivera, his 4th of the year. Wieters goes around 1-1.
So the Angels put a couple of guys on in the 9th inning.
They did.
It's a 4-run difference in the game. So at the time run in the on-deck circle, that's a save.
Jabba Chamberlain tried to close it out, couldn't do it.
Oh, it's fitting. Jackie Robinson Daly, only 42.
That's true.
Yankees did not have to make up a new uniform for Mariano. Already had the 42 there.
Wieters a walk and a ground out in the ball game. Curve, he takes it 3-1. So Wieters is 6'5". I guess Joe Mauer is about the same size.
See Sandy Alomar Jr., probably the last tall catcher who has since retired, now with the Cleveland Indians.
Rajai Davis over into left center field. He's got it, and that's the second out.
Well, the A's take on the Orioles this Saturday. It's April the 17th, 1:05. It is a special day. We've been telling you about it, and we saw the lines for the Sluggers. How about for Roy Steele? 10,000 fans that day will receive a Roy Steele bobblehead. It's brought to you by NetSuite. Order tickets at oaklandathletics.com or call 877-493-BALL. Roy Steele on Saturday, a bobblehead. Roy Steele.
You know, some bobbleheads look more like the person than others. Yeah. That's a pretty good one,
yes,
right
it
there.
is.
Here's Luke Scott. He's been on base twice tonight. Fielder's choice in the second, and then a double to left center in the 4th.
Voice of God for the 72, 73, 74 World Championship A's, as well as 1989. Voice of God from 1968. The first year the A's were open, so he was here for Catfish Hunter's perfect game.
An A's legend.
Yes, no doubt. Well, that's one bobblehead I'll look forward to getting.
Yep,
for sure.
One to Scott. Scott has good power. Got to be careful. Long look in by Sheets. Swing and a miss, and there was the changeup. When we talked in our early part of the telecast, probably a pitch that Sheets is going to need to throw more as the season goes on. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's why they're looking for so long. Runner at second base, and Suzuki going through a series of signs, but maybe Sheets was wanting to throw it, because if a pitcher looks in, It's usually trying to shake or change the site. But Ben has varied his off-speed pitch from 82 to about 88, 89. So 82 was a true changeup, a very good one with Scott out in front.
Sheets and Suzuki get on the same page. Now Scott wants timeout. Big curve from Sheets, and Scott lays off, so it's a full count. Ty Wigginton is in the on-deck circle.
Well, you'd have to think that Ben Sheets would go with a fastball 3-2. Throwing the curve, throwing the changeup at 3-2, just challenging.
And he did, and Scott laid off, a little up and in. 2 on 2 out now for Wigginton.
Well, they're going to go to the phone, but I would think starting this inning, Ben Sheets was thinking 7 innings tonight. The 66 pitches through 5 innings, which very good. And now looks like there's going to be some bullpen activity. Ron Romanek on the phone from the dugout.
Still nobody getting up for the A's. Bailey. It's going to be number 42, I can guarantee you.
Tyson Ross, isn't it? Tall one from the right side.
There's Wigginton, 0 for 2. Good curve in for a strike. Wigginton a foul out in the second and a ground out to third in the fourth inning. Another curve, and Wigginton did not go around. This is Gary Cederstrom. Markakis led off the inning with a double. He's at second base. There's Ross. Two and one. See that fastball at 90 miles an hour. Close pitch. So a lot of pitches in this inning for Ben Sheets.
He's 25.
And he's at 92 now for the game. Pretty good movement on that fastball. A little sink to it. So full count, 2 outs, runners will be moving. Markakis at second, Scott at first. Go, pitches low, ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Sheets. He's now walked 3 in the game.
Now batting,
Kurt Young just checking to see how close Tyson Ross is to being ready. Garrett Atkins is the hitter. Atkins had a double in the second. He struck out in the fifth. Dangerous. Good power. Pitch is low.
You get the point where you don't want to necessarily just run back and try to throw hard to throw strikes because of one swing of the bat by a power hitter. Could make it a one-run game.
Atkins, and that one is just fouled on the third baseline. This inning would go under the high stress category.
Well, I would say disappointing also factors in there for a pitcher of Ben's stature to be able to throw only 66 through the 5 around that number, and then thinking you're going to get at least 7 innings.
Center field. Sheets is going to get out of it. Davis has it, and the Orioles leave them loaded. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 5-0 A's.
Hey, Nolan Ryan.
How you doing?
Good. You need some help on your lawn project?
It needs some big league help.
Scott's is the official lawn care company of Major League Baseball. And here at Lowe's, we can show you how to get winning results at home.
I played on a lot of great fields in my day, and I want that same big league look for my lawn.
Excuse me, can I have your autograph, please?
Sure. What's your name?
Actually, his autograph, if you don't mind.
Hurry in to get your free Scott's MLB fan guide, available exclusively at Lowe's.
Go easy on him. He's a legend.
Hey, buddy, what are those?
Your zeros.
What are they for?
They're for the thing. Really big thing.
Oh, right. The big thing. Where am I going to put them?
You can put them in front.
For the first time ever, lease a Honda Civic for 0 down payment and 0 due at signing.
It's called the really big thing, only at your Honda dealer.
Ode to the Subway Premium Big Hot Pastrami Sandwich. Why did we call you that? Because premium, oh so delicious, big hot and tasty piled high pastrami with pickles, spicy mustard, and melted cheese wouldn't fit on the menu. Subway, eat fresh.
Good to see you guys. Come on to our game.
Oh, welcome back to the Coors Light 6th inning. And it's time now for the Coors Light Freeze Can.
Now pitching for Baltimore, Mark Hendrickson.
Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. A's with a 5-0 lead, bottom of the 6th inning. Travis Buck will lead off. A new pitcher, the big left-hander, Mark Hendrickson.
Tall one who has been a starter and reliever and pretty good basketball player as well. Of course, with everybody wearing number 42, Mike Selleck, announced the announcer, of course, puts all the great notes together. He's concerned. He says, you know, I don't know a lot of these Orioles, but well, it's not going to be tough with a 6'11" guy.
No, we'll know the big lefty
there, and the guy Tyson Ross, another 6'6". So far everything's worked well.
So David Hernandez goes 5 innings. Felix P.A. in and toward the line, so Travis Buck is retired. The one out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting shortstop, Cliff Pennington.
Well, that doesn't look bad. It's that kind of night, folks. As usual, this time of year here at the Coliseum, a little chilly.
Is that what they were serving?
A little chilly. No, I don't think.
Oh, you mean as in
weather? Yeah. Talking it over. A little bit of a rough Top of the 6th inning, but it doesn't matter because the Orioles did not score. Pennington batted with a runner at 3rd and 1 out in the 4th inning. Hit a ground ball to Wigginton. Wigginton missed it for an error, but Rosales was running on the play, so Pennington was credited with an RBI. In the hole is Chavez, and he's a Gold Glove shortstop, and he takes care of that. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Tomorrow, 7:30, Sharks and the Colorado Avalanche will face off in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Avs took Game 1 dramatic fashion, a goal with less than a minute to play, so the Sharks try to bounce back. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock with Sharks pregame live. The home of the Sharks Stanley Cup playoffs is Comcast Sportsnet, California. Avs, Sharks tomorrow from the Shark Tank. So we will slide over to Comcast Sportsnet Plus. So those are the channel locations. So make sure you write those down so you know. Sharks will be on the main channel. The A's will be on Plus. Now that group sporting the Sluggies tonight, the giveaway. Rajay Davis to center field, and Mark Hendrickson's going to have a 3-up, 3-down inning. 7th inning coming up from the Coliseum. 5-0 A's.
We may live in New York now, but our seats are definitely center ice.
We may live in LA now, but our seats are definitely center ice.
No matter where you live, you can get the best seats in the house with NHL Center Ice. Following your favorite team has never been easier. With up to 40 out-of-market games a week. It's NHL everywhere. NHL Center Ice. The game lives where you do.
This is just wrong.
Call 888-SPORTS-IN now to order NHL Center Ice.
Sometimes, all you have to do is look at something to know exactly what it tastes like. McDonald's fries. Gotta have them.
Paul Murphy is my name. I got the RAV4. Everybody needs a deal, and this has got to be one of the best deals around.
Now's the time to get the Toyota you've always wanted. Hurry in to take advantage of these great offers, like 0% APR or $750 cash back on RAV4, or get $1,000 cash back on Highlander. And right now, get 2 years of free scheduled maintenance on any new Toyota.
Where can you beat that?
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
A's 5, Orioles 0. 7th inning from the Coliseum. Game 1 of this 4-game series. Ben Sheets' night is over. Tyson Ross will take over when it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog expert. So Tyson Ross, his 3rd appearance. He's been very impressive so far.
Well, last Sunday he came in the 7th inning and picked up his first Major League save, going 3 innings. So the same for him tonight. We'll see how long he goes as Ben Sheets leaves after 6 innings, throwing 97 pitches. Ross, of course, a great fastball, very upright, and just throws a good 2-seamer as well at 92.
Andrew Bailey does not have a save yet, not because he is pitching poorly, just has not had an opportunity.
Right. Well, and the best statement made by Andrew Bailey, as long as we're winning, who cares? Yep. And that is the truth. You take the opportunities when given, but if not, just hope there's enough runs that your club is going to win.
Cesar Izturis is the hitter. He had a base hit in the 5th. He grounded out in the 2nd. 1 for 2. Off the plate. Barton handles it and he tags Izturis, and that's the first out.
How about just stepping back 1 half step and touching the bag?
It's an option.
Now batting, Felix.
Got close Derek Barton is and just decided to make an unassisted put out, which is going to be anyway, whether he touched the bag or not. See, I'm always concerned when the guy does that, takes the arm and just pushes it straight back.
Yep.
Wrenches the shoulder. See that on overthrows at first or errant throws.
Leadoff man Felix PA is 0 for 3. He was robbed of a hit his last at bat. Rajay Davis made a diving catch. PA, a very highly touted prospect. Was with the Cubs for a while. He has yet to figure it out at the big league level, but off to a good start this year.
Maybe because of his name. I think he's called Pie a few times instead of PA, so maybe that's, once they figure out how to pronounce his name, then they'll start putting together some good seasons.
Blame it on us, the media. Had a good spring training for the Orioles. Made the team. Three and 1 the count. 3 and 2, and he comes up limping a little bit after the swing. There's the numbers for Sheets: 6 shutout innings, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Again swings at a pitch out of the strike zone. He's not feeling all that great right now.
And all he has to do is take the pitch and go to first. That's twice, as you mentioned. And sure, Dave Tremblay thinking that having a leadoff hitter be a little bit patient, especially. And finally he does after 3 pitches in that same vicinity.
So 1 out walk to PA. Ace Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek's Sea Red. Get green promotions with hundreds of prizes every day until April 30th. Visit cachecreek.com for details. Full-time A's jersey, A's hat. I like that. Adam Jones is 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Nick Markakis is in the on-deck circle. So both starting pitchers out of the game. Other game still going on. The Dodgers and the Diamondbacks are in the 6th inning. Arizona with a 3-0 lead.
As we have seen now, the 3rd start for Ben Sheets. When he leaves the game, he does not leave the bench. He stays with his teammates.
Rosales goes out. He's not going to get it. So it's going to be a bloop single for Adam Jones, and Felix PA races around to 3rd. Second hit for Adam Jones.
Now batting.
And the 6th hit for the Orioles on the year. So Jerry Blevins will go to work in the bullpen. Markakis doubled down toward the left field corner his last at bat. He's 1 for 3. Off to a slow start. Hard to believe that he does not have any RBIs. This is game number 10 for the Orioles. And again, everything's magnified when a streak happens to start the season. Hit well to center. Davis back near the warning track. He's got it. It's going to be a sacrifice fly as PA comes in to score, and the Orioles are on the board. It's 5-1, and there is the first RBI of the year for Markakis. So sac fly.
Now batting.
Well, he's good enough in September. His numbers will be up there. It's just a slow start for him. Jared Blevins wearing the 42, that normally the number 13 for Blevins.
Here's Tejada. 0 for 3. Slider outside. Adam Jones very fast at first base. Slowly hit, but foul. Miguel Tejada has always been a very aggressive hitter. One of an MVP. Yep.
20-game win streak put together by the Athletics. Nobody better than Miguel in that streak, and especially towards the end. Exciting young player. Very productive.
1997 is when he first made it to the big leagues with the Athletics. Played in 26 games that year. In 1998 started in the minor leagues, but ended up playing 105 games for the A's. And then in 1999 is when he really started to put it all together. Tejada grounds out. He's 0 for 4. Side retired. A run for the Orioles. 7th inning stretch coming up. It's the A's 5, Baltimore 1.
That looks like somebody's a winner.
Not me. Because shipping's a hassle. Different states, different rates.
Not with priority mail flat rate boxes from the Postal Service. If it fits, it ships anywhere in the country for a low flat rate.
So shipping for the chess champ in Charleston is the same as shipping for the football phenom in Philly?
Yep.
So I win.
Actually, I think you deserve this.
No. I deserve this.
Wow. You have one of those with a mailman on top?
Priority mail, flat rate.
Former Cal quarterback Kyle Bowler, only to learn later in the day that starting quarterback Bruce Gradkowski has a torn pectoral muscle. He suffered that lifting weights. All the details on Sportsnet Central and Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Now back to the Coliseum for Ray and Glenn.
Thank you, Matt. 5-1, the A's over the Orioles, bottom of the 7th inning. Guys out in left field always having a good time. So Felix PA is out of the game. Nolan Reimold is now in left field. Mark Hendrickson, the big lefty, back to the mound. Barton, Sweeney, and Kouzmanoff. Barton is 1 for 3 with a double and a run score. Curve drops in for a strike.
Ball almost hit him. Yeah. Looked like it came around the plate. It's still called a strike. Wasn't thrown that hard.
That one's lined to the gap. And it's going to roll to the wall. That's a nice job of hitting by Derek Barton, and he is 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Perfect approach, lefty versus lefty.
Jim Scala making a note of a nice swing by Derek Barton after taking the curveball inside corner and then just laced a double to left center. And I'm sure Ryan Sweeney, Derek Barton will continue to be asked questions about lack of power, but you cannot fault anybody for making a swing like that. That's an excellent swing, opposite field, staying on the ball. And as a result, his numbers are where they are right now, which are very good.
Ryan Sweeney has a double. A's now have 5 doubles in the game. Sweeney's average now at 300. Hits so far for Ryan Sweeney. Hendrickson had a 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the 6th inning. Wigginton grabs it in the air for the first down. 1 out for Kevin Kouzmanoff. Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy player, track your favorite teams and players. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. So Sweeney is retired and Kevin Kouzmanoff will hit. Inside. Angels and the Rangers both lost today. The Twins shut out the Red Sox 8-0 at Target Field.
It's a good start for the Twins for the season as well as at the new park.
And a good start for Francisco Liriano. Liriano got the win. He went 7 innings with 8 strikeouts.
Talked about the great weather in Minneapolis for their home opener, the outdoor stadium, of course, but around baseball, temperatures have been outstanding, and a knock on wood that they stay that way.
There's not been a rain out or a snow out.
Yeah, or a cold out.
Or a cold out. It's funny, all these games on the East Coast, you know, probably the game that was closest to being postponed would have been the Giants-Braves game last Sunday when they waited for 4.5 hours and finally played in very wet weather.
Well, I think the East Coast has gotten enough rain for a year. They got enough before the season started.
There was a little wet weather in Minneapolis during yesterday's game. A little bit. It rained slightly for a while, not enough to stop the game. But the Twins with their win now 7-3 to start the season. Kouzmanoff reaches for it. Shallow center. Jones will come in. And that's the second out. But boy, if they got a good Francisco Liriano, would that be a big boost for Minnesota? Well, Wakefield took the loss in that game.
But you think about going into the season with the loss of Joe Nathan. They're a great closer, and here they start 7-3. But a new stadium, packed house, outdoor baseball, and the M&M boys right in the middle of the lineup.
Yep.
You know, Morneau and Mauer, Morneau.
Toronto beat the White Sox 7-3 today. Dana Eveland got the win. He's 2-0. How about that? Freddie Garcia took the loss. Garcia got bombed. He gave up 7 earned runs in 3 innings.
Well, this is something we had not seen a lot of. Chavez first came on board with the Athletics, and somebody being intentionally walked in front of him. I don't care lefty, right, it doesn't matter, but Chavez starting to swing the bat well. Double off the left field wall. His first at bat, sac fly. So he'll face Hendrickson, the lefty, with 2 runners on, 2 out.
Designated hitter, Chavez.
First and second, 2 outs for Chavez, who's had a good night. Doubled and scored in the second, struck out in the third, had a sacrifice fly in the fifth. There's a baseball loose out near the left field wall that's being retrieved. So lefty on lefty. Big curve drops low. Away from Wieters. Barton trying to third, and he's going to make it. He overslid the bag, but he gets back.
Well, Tejada made a tremendous play to keep the ball from going to left field also. Ball did not get but about 3 or 4 feet away from Wieters, and with 2 outs, it's one of those you better be 100%. And Derek Barton got halfway and realized he better hurry. But watch Tejada go far to his left, reach back, and keep the ball from going into left field. And Barton, of course, aggressively sliding around the tag. Those bags are slippery too. They're hard, and it's kind of hard to hang on.
There's a strike, 2-1. So Barton now at third. Suzuki stayed at first. Strike with a curve. Looks like it may have been inside, but called a strike.
And because Marty Foster has had his high strike zone tonight, that's called a strike, even though it kind of came around the plate. And Wieters having reached back, it's a pretty good chance that that was not a strike.
Left center, that's hit pretty well. Reimold is going to get there, and then Jones steps in front of Reimold to make the catch side retired. A-strand a pair. We're headed to the 8th. It's the Athletics 5 and the Orioles 1.
Why do we bring so many fresh ingredients into every Chili's kitchen? It's
A's 5, Orioles 1, top of the 8th inning. Ben Sheet 6 outs away from his first win as an Athletic, but Tyson Ross with some work to do here in the 8th. Ross gave up a run in the 7th through 22 pitches. Matt Wieters will lead it off. Wieters, Scott, and Wigginton. Wieters is 0 for 2 with a walk. See, the Houston Astros got their first win today. They beat the Cardinals 5-1. So after an 0-8 start, the Astros get the W.
But Brad Mills gets the job, and it takes this long before he can actually get the handshakes and a baseball lineup card and the whole thing for his first major league win as a manager.
Well, a little bit of a unfair shake. Yeah. Lance Berkman starts the season on the DL. Berkman's still a very good player. And Carlos Lee is 3 for 35 with no RBIs. And Carlos Lee, a very good offensive player. So really, he has not been involved, and Berkman's not even playing. Good pitch, swing and a miss. This real hard downward movement by Tyson Ross.
Got a little bit extra in his windup and threw a 90-mile-an-hour two-seamer and just continued to go down almost like a 90-mile-an-hour screwball from the right-hander. And Wieters just flailed at it. Wieters usually a pretty good strike zone. Very patient, but that's how great the pitch was by Tyson Ross.
Here's Luke Scott, and a breaking pitch in for a strike. Tim Hudson got his first win today. Braves beat the Padres 6-2. See, Jorge Cantu continued his record-breaking stretch. Starting the season with a hit and an RBI in every game, and he did it again today. So the first 10 games of this season, he has both a hit and an RBI, and that's a major league record. It's a good start.
He broke the record by hitting a home run.
Yeah, that's right. He broke it last night, extended it tonight. Strike 3 called, and Ross has back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th.
Well, you just see more and more how Tyson Ross, the more he pitches, the more comfortable he gets. He walked the leadoff batter, actually one out, walked to PA. And then, after a single sac fly, he's now retired 4 in a row. Last 2 on strikeouts. And the movement to the left-hander started inside after Weeder struck out on a pitch away from him.
Here's Wigginton. His pitching staff, the most strikeouts in the American League. Quick 0-2 to tie Wigginton. So Ross trying to strike out the side. The big guy kicks, and the 0-2 pitches off the plate.
Effortless 96.
Swinging. Good breaking ball from Tyson Ross. He strikes out the side in the 8th. Bottom of the 8th coming up from the Coliseum. 5-1 A's.
Hi, Rich Hoffman, CEO of Jackson Rancheria. We're celebrating Earth Day all April along with our Go Green, Get Green promotion. This is so cool, it's making Al Gore nervous. Join us for casino-wide random drawings all month long for cash prizes up to $1,000. Plus, Dream Catchers Club members can win $500 just by turning in recycling receipts at the club. So, load up the Prius, take the quick drive to Jackson because we're recycling our green to you. Rancheria style.
Since 1946, Kinder's has been community-based, focused on great customer service and product quality. At Kinder's, you can enjoy slow-roasted and smoked barbecue, grilled and deli sandwiches, award-winning ribs, fresh deli salads, and of course, the famous marinated ball-tip sandwich. Kinder's offers a custom meat market for those who like to cook at home, and professional catering services perfect for any event. With 15 locations throughout Northern California and Nevada, there's sure to be a Kinder's near you. Kinder's Meat Deli and Barbecue.
A's Baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Say yes to amazing deals on your favorite Toyotas. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Yes. By Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. And by the Chevy Spring Event with great deals on award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers.
All right, here's our McDonald's game summary. Miguel Tejada back in town. He thought he had an RBI double in the first inning. Kevin Kouzmanoff says, I don't think so. Ben Sheets tonight, 6 shutout innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Sheets hoping for 3 more outs, and he gets a W tonight, his first as an Athletic, hopefully. The A's, enough offense tonight. They got 5 runs on 8 hits. So they lead this game 5-1. 1-6-2 for the Orioles, 5-8-0 for the Athletics. 5 doubles in the game for the A's. So Sheets sticking around to watch if the A's can wrap this up. Rosales the hitter. Time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Cam McColio comes in. So Mark Hendrickson, 2 innings. Shutout baseball. Cam McColio.
But they're closing on the deal. I think he came up to take his place.
Mike Gonzalez, the left-handed closer who the Orioles gave a 2-year, $12 million contract to. Asked the Orioles people about him. They said he did not look good this spring. His velocity was down. Talking about Gonzalez. And started the season getting knocked around. And it immediately makes you think there was something wrong.
Yeah.
Three and 1 to Rosales, and a big swing and a miss. 3-2 Rosales. Another good night. We talked about him in the open of our show and how good he has been in place of Mark Ellis. Single in the second, doubled and scored in the fourth, struck out in the fifth. Down the right field line, but foul. And Mark Ellis probably still a couple days away.
That time now for the Jeep drive of the game. How about what happens when you get knocked down, as Rosales did, and then the drive of the game came after that when he drove one to center field. Take that. Not in the bag hard. Got the runner to third base. Almost drove him in, but you'd like to see guys try to be aggressive after getting hot. Wow. Marty Foster's strike zone just goes up and down, up and down. This was a ball earlier in the game. Should have been a ball there. That would have been a good night for him. 2 for 3 and a walk, but instead 2 for 4.
Andrew Bailey loosening up. Travis Buck is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Pitching matchup tomorrow night is Dallas Braden, the left-hander, against Kevin Millwood. Millwood coming over in the trade with the Rangers in the offseason. He'll be making his 3rd start. A's have seen Millwood many, many times over the years. So Dallas Braden 1-0 with a 2.77 ERA in his first 2 starts. Will take on Millwood. Again, we'll be on Comcast Sportsnet Plus tomorrow night. Three and 1 to Buck. The Angels will open up a series in Toronto this weekend. The Mariners will host the Tigers. And the Rangers will be in New York. It's the rest of the AL West coming up this weekend. Buck with a 1-out walk.
Now batting, shortstop, Cliff.
It's amazing with the scheduling, which started this year as far as not playing all the teams in your division.
It's a little strange.
Yeah. Start seeing the East, the Central start early in the season.
Well, the A's started with the 10 games against the AL West. The Angels saw the A's the first weekend. As I look at their schedule, they will not see another divisional opponent till May 7th. And I know Mike Scioscia
very upset.
Is not real happy with that. Pennington takes a stride. Pennington is 0 for 3. He has an RBI. Got that on an error. There goes the runner. Throw to second base. Good throw, but it's late. And Travis Buck has a stolen base.
Another strong throw by Matt Wieters. Pretty good jump. Let's check the throw of the bag and see as Torres catching the ball in front and then having to bring it back, and that's the difference with Travis Buck going around to the outside, the right field side. Always like to see the middle infielder straddle the bag.
A couple of stolen bases tonight for the Athletics. They have 9 now on the season. Pennington pokes one foul. A's trying to go to 7-4 on the season. Be happy with that start if they can finish it off. It's hard to believe, Ray. You think about when you were a player, the Baltimore Orioles were a powerhouse, huh?
Yes, they were.
Man, late 60s through the 70s. Pennington shoots one to left, and that's going to get down for a hit. Buck will score, and it's going to be another double for the Athletics. 6 doubles, and the A's lead 6-1.
Great hitting by Pennington after the stolen base by Travis Buck. Just laced the ball to left field. Got the pitch away. So a couple of runs batted in tonight for Cliff Pennington, giving him 8. That opposite field double.
Pretty good production out of the 9 spot in the A's lineup. There's Davis. But you know, the Orioles, Ray, I mean, it's just been a struggle for them for a while now. And
was it 97? Is that, no, that's
last playoff appearance.
Cleveland beat them. That's right.
They made the playoffs in 96 and then again in 97.
It's been that long. But I want to say in 1971, the A's and the Orioles played in the playoffs, and the Orioles won 3 straight. The A's played the Tigers in 72, the Orioles 73, 74, and the Red Sox 75. So 3 of those 5 were against the Orioles. They were the power. And Boot Powell at first, Davey Johnson at second, Mark Belanger at short, Brooks Robinson at third.
And a pretty good rotation.
Yeah. How about 4 20-game winners in 1971?
Series titles came in 66, 70, and 83.
Yeah.
They've made 6 World Series appearances, but it's just been personnel mistakes, decisions that have not gone well for the Orioles. They've spent a fair amount of money.
We show the graphic worst start for the Orioles since the 0-21 start when Cal Ripken was the manager, singing your chorus, and did not last. But it's been tough. There's no doubt. But a very, very hard division, tough division with the Yankees, the Red Sox, and now the Rays playing so well.
Rajay Davis rolls one to the right side. He's retired. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. A run in for the A's.
Earl Weaver, the manager.
Now batting.
Played at Old Memorial Stadium in Baltimore.
Well, they hope that with the group of young players that they have and some very good young pitchers getting close to the big leagues, that they are close to turning this thing around. wins in each of the last 5 years. So they feel like at least now they're developing young players, and they do have some very nice young players. And I think, unfortunately, you see Dave Tremblay. He's going to be on a hot seat here soon. And that's too bad. But what can you do?
Nothing.
I mean, it is what it is. You're off to a slow start. One and one to Barton. And now 2-1. Barton is 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. So the A's have 9 hits. 6 of them are doubles. Two and two. So look at that batting average. .353 for Barton. At his season, he's got 4 doubles. Coming into tonight, his on-base percentage 500, and it's going to stay right there after getting on base twice tonight so far.
Well, it's great to see him off to a very good start because he had struggled a couple of years.
The shortstop is Torres. Goes back to make the play. Side retired. A run for the A's. We're headed to the 9th inning. A's trying to wrap it up. It leads. Jerry Blevins takes over for the A's here in the top of the 9th inning. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Blevins has been busy. His 6th appearance. And he's off to a good start. One of the 2 lefties in the A's bullpen, Blevins and Breslow. He faces Garrett Atkins. The 0-2 pitch, curve just a bit outside.
See to the left-hander, it's a strike.
Yep.
Back door to the right-hander, just did not get in there enough.
Remember, tomorrow night we will be on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. Game 2 of this series between the A's and the Orioles. Cue shot. So Tyson Ross goes 2 innings, gives up a hit, a run, a walk with 3 strikeouts. He struck out the side in the 8th inning. All swinging. Swing and a miss. Garrett Atkins goes after a pitch in the dirt. So 1 out here in the 9th inning. In-depth sports news for the Bay Area fans. Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30 on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Damon Andrews and Matt Morrison will have a full recap of the A's game here at the Coliseum. Get ready for the Sharks and the Avalanche. Game 2. And Tom Cable. Getting ready for the NFL draft.
What? Already?
The NFL draft next weekend. Thursday, I believe, televising the first round of the draft. We can talk about that, Ray. We'll break that down next week.
Yes, you will. You're good at that. Baseball. America's game.
Yeah, that's right. Cesar is Torres behind in the count 1-2.
Over 17,000 tonight to get their sluggies. Came out lined up early.
Pennington's got it on a dive. 2 outs here in the night.
Chavez played great and continues to, and a double last inning, and then comes back here and just lays it out. And Robs this to us. Excellent play.
This is Nolan Reimold, who getting his first at bat. He came in the game last inning, left field for Felix P.A. Nolan Reimold, pretty good rookie season last year. He will get a lot of playing time for the Orioles this year. 0-2, Blevins to Reimold in the dirt. Shot into left for a base hit. Blevins tried to get that fastball in on Reimold and couldn't do it. So a base hit for Reimold keeps the Orioles alive.
Now batting, Adam Jones.
And Adam Jones will hit. Jones is 2 for 4, a single and a double. Just got a piece of that one. Jones is also grounded to short and struck out. Blevins 90 miles an hour with that fastball.
The A's fans got to see the A's playing the 6 games on the road, seeing some good baseball, so should be some good crowds at this homestand.
Right center hit pretty well, but Rajai Davis cannot get it, and a run's going to come in to score. Jones rounds second, and he's going to end up at third. Buck and Davis come together. And a little hesitation, and Rajai kind of reached for it, or Sweeney and Davis come together, excuse me. Right at the last minute, Davis kind of reached for it, but couldn't get it.
Well, from the right-handed hitter, the ball slicing towards Ryan Sweeney. Just wonder if Sweeney would have had a better chance just because the ball was slicing to him. But center fielder does take charge, and at that point it looked like it was not to the point of communication or the aggressiveness, and just the pull up a little bit.
So Kurt Young will come out. The hitter is the lefty Nick Markakis. So long meeting, giving Bailey a little extra time. So a run ends. It's 6-2. I guess they would have to give Adam Jones a triple.
Yeah, nobody touched it.
So Jones with a single, a double, and a triple. And Markakis takes a strike.
Well, strikeout, a great play by Pennington, and then single, triple, and Andrew Bailey getting loose.
Big swing by Markakis, and it's 0-2. Slowly hit. Kouzmanoff charges, flips on the run in time, and that's the game. So the Orioles get a run in the ninth, but that's it, and the A's win game 1 of this 4-game series by a final score of 6-2. A couple of hits for Rajai Davis. He got things going in the very first inning, and Ben Sheets. Ben Sheets 6 shutout innings tonight, and he gets his first win as Angels and Oakland A's. 6-2 is your final. A's over the Orioles. A's post-game live with Mindy, Carney, and Michael starts right now.
Boston gets this.